Hi, this is David, Two-Stroke Performance. Welcome to another TSP video. Today I'm really proud to announce an update to our range of billet heads that we manufacture. So a lot of you will know that roughly a year ago we set up distributors for our products in the USA and the UK. Since then we've been selling a lot of product into those markets and also listening to the feedback from customers in those markets. Now overwhelmingly the feedback has been sensational. Lots and lots of very happy customers, but we have had a small number of people who have been asking, I guess, for the ability to purchase extra combustion chambers at a reasonable cost so that they can ride at differing altitudes, which is something that doesn't really happen that often here in Australia. So in response to this, I basically sat down and decided to do a redesign of the heads, and I'll quickly run through with you now what that involves. So first of all, I'll show you one of our original design heads. So traditionally, we've had a head that is in two parts with a large base section that comprises the combustion chamber, and then two sealing O-rings, and then a cap that goes on top. And when it's all bolted down, the two parts seal together. Now this design is fantastic, but for customers who wish to purchase a new combustion chamber, they have to buy an entire new base section. And in the past, that has been, I guess, more expensive for them to do. So being very aware of this, we decided to come up with a new design that would allow people to buy extra combustion chambers if they felt like it, for, I guess, a better cost. So the new design, I guess it also brings us in line with most of the other manufacturers of these billet heads around the world. And it comprises a larger outer section, which looks essentially the same as the previous head. But then the combustion chamber is a smaller insert. So this will allow us to sell these inserts more cost effectively to those customers who want to ride from time to time with a different compression ratio. So a good example of this might be someone who lives in the USA. For most of the year they may ride near sea level, and then a couple of times a year they may go to a very high elevation and ride, say, at 6 or 8 or 10,000 feet. They would be able to purchase an extra combustion chamber more cost effectively now, and fit that just for those rides where they're going to that high altitude. One thing that's very important to point out, the combustion chamber designs between these two different style heads are exactly the same, so there is no performance difference between the two different types of heads. So anyone who has already purchased one of our original style heads is at no disadvantage compared to someone who receives one of the new style heads. We will continue to stock the individual components for these original heads for quite a long time, until people don't need them anymore. So if you damage a base here, we'll still be able to supply that. We'll still sell the sealing O-rings that go between the two parts, but from around about now, over the next few weeks or so, customers that place a new order will start to receive these new design heads with the option, if they choose, of adding an extra combustion chamber. Now there is one more small reason why we decided to change the design, and that is, and I guess it's a technical reason. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I like these two parts of these original heads to look exactly the same in terms of colour, and we were finding that anodising these two parts, we were occasionally getting slightly different shades of this bronze colour that we use. Personally, I wasn't very happy with that because we couldn't guarantee the consistency of the colour. So again, that's another, I guess, small improvement with the new design head. It's just one large outer part that's anodised, so there's never going to be any issues with the colouring of the head or trying to match one colour to another. So just to show you how this new design, I guess, works, it's pretty intuitive. Obviously we have the insert. It has a single sealing O-ring on the top, which mates up to a surface on the inside of the cap. Obviously these two parts are machined so that the insert is a pretty snug fit inside. Obviously once it's fitted, it doesn't move in the slightest. And the insert protrudes just slightly from the cap, so that when it's clamped down, it'll crush that sealing O-ring at the top. So if you imagine it being bolted down, that's when the O-ring gets crushed and it seals. We've done extensive testing with this. As I said before, this design is similar to a lot of other heads on the market. It's always nice to have a point of difference, but sometimes you need to just listen to what the customers are saying and give the customers what they want, which in this case is the ability to buy combustion chambers, more easily. So we still have, the range of all the different combustion chambers. This one here is a 300. They're all identified with engraving on the top. So you can see this is a low comp 300 design. It's marked with KTM 300 there, and also the minimum squish clearance. So it's all fairly intuitive. If you have one of these sitting in a box and you forget which compression ratio it is, obviously you can pick it up and you can look at it. We're trying to keep it as simple as possible. Now this new design is being rolled out across all of the current heads that we manufacture, with the exception of the CR500 heads. They will stay as this original two-piece design, simply because we manufacture those with a decompression valve, so it's not possible to use an insert of that style. So the CR500s will stay like this. All of the other heads will be changed over. So we've already done the KTM 85, the KTM 125 and 150, which includes the TPI 150, the 17 onwards KTM 250 and 300, so that's the Carby models and the TPIs. I'm currently, have just finished the 08 through to 16 KTM 300s, as well as the Sherco 300, the current model Sherco 300. That's been done in this new design as well. And I'm about to do the Yamaha YZ125 and YZ250. They'll be done probably by the end of next week and put into production straight away after that. So that's it for this update. This is something that I've been working on for a very long time now, so it's exciting to see it all, finally come to life. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to let us know. Thanks.